Deftones with Entombed. I love the Deftones. I think this is new stuff from them, you guys. I looked for some hand placement on this, and I'm really convinced it's a tapping thing. So I'm not hearing a pick on every third note there. Their drop C, I think is what I figured out. Yeah, it's drop C. Behind this tapping part there is a C major 7 basically, which is basically 3rd fret A, 5th fret D, 5th fret G, and then strumming strings 5 through 1. But we're not going to pay so much attention to that part because they're tapping through this intro. And what you want to do, there's some techniques with tapping that you got to understand, or it's going to really make your playing sloppy, and you're going to get a lot of unwanted string noise. With your pinky and 3rd finger, grab the neck, and with your thumb, grab it down here, and then your thumb up top. That'll keep your hand stable for this stuff. And also, you can rest your palm, the flesh part of your palm, across these strings like your palm, and you just make sure it's not in the way of the G. And here's what you want to do. And it's going to move linear. Your tapping's going to move up the B string, but you're going to do no pick. You got to find a place to set that pick. I tap with my first finger usually. Sometimes I'll use my middle. If you use your index, then you got to tuck it in like that. But this is how I got it right now. And you're going to need to be able to transition quick, man, when you do these changes. So drop C in your tuning. I have some delay on. Deftones are big on using different variety of effects. I have delay and a little reverb on this. 4th fret G with your index. Hammer that with your fret hand, and then middle finger, hammer to the 5th fret. Make sure, guys, that your volumes are even. One hammer on shouldn't be louder than the other. Okay, and then with your index finger or middle, whichever one you're using, there's not a wrong way, guys. Every guitar player is different. I want you to tap fret 8 on the B. So these fingers will adjust accordingly to where you'll be. You wouldn't want to back here, right, trying to stretch up. Have it comfortable, man. For me, it's right around between fret 9 and 10, and 11, with my pinky at least. So do this, and then tap fret 8 on the B. If you get that, you've got really this whole concept. They just do it once, and then start it over, hammer 4 and 5 on the G, and then we're going to slide your hand up to fret 10 on the B. Start it over, 4 and 5 on the G, and then tap fret 12. So far you have real catchy sounding, and Deftones are really good at creating catchy stuff. It's because they high. That's why. That's how they get their inspiration, yo. Am I advocating? No. You're like, good answer, Mike. Alright, here we go. And then back to this 4-5, hammer on the G. And then tap up at 15 on the B. And then back to 4-5 G hammer. And then tap 17 B. So naturally, the thumb and these fingers are going to do this as you move your hand. But don't try to just do it like this. You won't have the control and stability you need. Plus, you want to be able to mute out strings, you know, the E and the A. The louder your amp, the more noises are going to come through it. And if you have distortion, that's a whole nother ball game. So if you're muting, muting's extremely important. Okay, and like I said, there's a secondary guitar that comes in. I played that first earlier, but then when it kicks over to the distortion channel, what they're doing is playing octaves. And since we're in a drop tuning, they're not going to look how you're probably used to seeing them. Actually easier, if you can imagine that. 5E and 5D. The middle finger, the flesh of it should be angling across that A string without much trouble. It'll naturally probably be in the way. You want it in the way of the A string. Okay, so strum string 6 and 5. And then move it up a whole step to 7E and 7D. You know, keep that A string muted. And then we move over here to an A2 chord. Go 2nd fret D, first finger, and 2nd fret G, middle finger, and strum strings 5 through 1. That's a whole note, it gets 4 counts. 3, 4. The octaves are half notes, they get 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and again. 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. And then, so we're on our 3rd time through of this, right? So the 3rd one, instead of ending on this A2 chord, we're going to end on the C major 7. Which is, in this case, we're going to play it 3A, 5D, 5G, open B, open E. Okay, and then they're back to the tapping part. So I'm going to have a seat for a second, because my back hurts, man. I'm an old man. I need my wheelchair. Life alert, I've fallen, and I can't get up. And I keep pressing the button that you guys sent me, but no one ever shows up. So I'm going to just keep listening to them Deftones and see if it rejuvenates my body so I can get up off the kitchen floor. Alright guys, so if you have questions, leave it in the comment section. Like I said, I believe this is new Deftones, so there's nothing live out there. There's no fingers to look at. So this is strictly, I'm having to use my ear. I believe I've got this for you guys, okay? If you do have questions though, leave them in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel once you've done that. Send me your favorite songs and I'll get them figured out the way these bands are actually playing them. I do my homework. And it's important because, for one, it's got my name on it. It's how I want to do it, and you guys are digging it that way. If you want simplified versions, hit me up, man. No problem with that. We all learn different ways. This kind of my motto is to give you the actual song versions and stuff. So have fun with it. Deftones are great. I will do more Deftones, but this is per request. I didn't. Oh, sorry, man. Delta 9224. This is for you, buddy. And I know other people, because I know I got a lot of subscribers that like Deftones. So have fun with this one. I'll do some more for you, but still keep your requests coming. I'm still working on my website, but I'm taking a few hours to hit up a few requests really quick. And if you want some personal lessons, you guys, hit me up, man, for the Skype lessons. I've already started them with several of my subscribers. Clear across the world, and some of them in the... No one in Southern, or, you know, on Pacific time, my time. Everyone's like East Coast time and England time and that type of thing. But with the Skype lessons, they're going great because they're personalized, man. They will take you from where you're at. You can ask questions. If you don't know where to go, all I need to do is hear you play for about 15 seconds. Don't be intimidated. You guys know me, man. I am kicked back. I've seen it all. I've taught from below 5 years old all the way up into the 60s. So I've seen it all, and I've been there myself. And don't forget that, man. That's why a couple times in some of these, Kevin O'Rourke, if you're watching this, it's like on the Fleetwood Mac landslide at the end. You got a kick out of it, because I'm like, I was playing it for you guys in the outro, and I'm like, man, why do I keep hitting that extra string? And I just left it in there, because I'm keeping it real with you guys. But I didn't know that it was going to impact at least Kevin. It's like, Mike, we need to see that, man, because, you know, it lets us realize we're just human like you, man. And I know what Kevin's saying by that. You know, just because I'm a guitar teacher doesn't mean I don't have areas I need to work on. I do, and I know what they are. So I just keep it real, man. That's why if there's a little mistake in something, I'm not going to go back. We got to start this whole thing over. I hit record, and, you know, I don't go back and then, you know, splice in and have a secondary camera because I said something and screwed up. If there's something that's not right in there when I'm talking, I'm going to leave it, man. And, you know, for the most part, I know these lessons are right the way the bands are doing them. Not every single part. And I'll notate that when I find otherwise. But, you know, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. And don't get discouraged, man. Know that I struggle, too, as a musician. I know how to teach, though. I'm confident, and I know where my playing's at. I'm confident with it. but I also want to get better too myself. So my point is, I'm saying all that to let you know, if we do these Skype lessons, don't feel weird, man. The kickback, the mic that you know, the kickback mic gross, is going to be the same way with you on Skype. Because this is what I do. I've just done it at music stores and in my home studio. But this is what I do. So I've seen it all, trust me. I've had people sneeze and flick boogers across the screen onto my guitar strings. I've had 2 students doing a lesson at the same time and they're both playing, they're both out of tune, and I can't get one to stop and the other. Nothing new under the sun. Alright? So, but the Skype lessons are awesome, man. It's a great way to take your playing to the next level, and they're personalized, so they're going to be tailored to your needs. It's like, instead of you going to a music store, you got Mikey here. So hit me up on Skype. I have a tutorial on it. It has the pricings. They're not free. These are free. Skype lessons aren't free. Because I can't do everything for free, man. I would not have a place to live, and I wouldn't be able to bring these lessons to you either. So you guys understand, right? My website's rockinguitarlessons.com. That's coming real soon. I hope to meet you guys there. If you can't afford the Skype lessons, you know, check into becoming a premium member. It's only $25 a month, and they're slow moving, and they're going to be cram packed with tons of stuff and jam tracks and offers for you guys. Small price to pay for a multitude of information, I promise you guys. Okay, and it moves slow, and you guys can understand everything on it. It's not really super quick lessons in there. What else? Did I leave out anything? Spread the word about me if you don't mind. Email me at rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. Check out my tutorials on Skype and my Ultimate Beginner's Guide DVD. You have several ways to contact me. All of them are okay with me. If we're going to set up Skype, my Skype name is Rockin' Guitar Lessons. Add me. Send me a quick text message on there. Tell me what you want to do. We'll set up a date and get it rolling. Because I know several of you want to do it, but we're just missing each other. I'll reply, and then you'll reply back 5 days later, and then I'll reply back. Hit me up, man, and we'll get them going. Thanks. I appreciate you guys. I'll play this on the outro for you. How's it go again? I remember it. Here we go. Give me a second to turn my distortion on.